All right, welcome to day 2 of math. Today we're going to be talking about the sides and vertices of our shapes and comparing them. If you remember, we started out last week learning about a circle. Does a circle have sides or vertices? No, it's a curved line. What about a triangle? How many sides? A side is a straight line. 3. What about a vertice? How many? A vertice is where two lines come together. 3. What about a square? 4 sides and 4 vertices. Remember, with a square, it's special. Each side is the same length. Or what about a rectangle? A rectangle and a square both have 4 sides and 4 vertices, but a rectangle has 2 sides that are shorter and 2 sides that are longer. And the shape we learned about yesterday, a hexagon has 6 sides and 6 vertices. The X helps me remember that there are 6 sides and 6 vertices. So we have shapes that might have the same amount of sides and vertices and shapes that have a different amount. Put these aside. Now, if you are able to print, you can print out the pages that say how many corners. That's the same. They're trying to say how many vertices. And what you do is you count the corners. Remember when I do this? So I don't accidentally count a corner twice. I circle them. And then it says you need to color the number that matches. So I would color in the 3, maybe not with a black marker. And you do that for all of the shapes. I also have this paper, and this one has to do with the sides or straight lines. So if I was looking at the circle, how many sides does a circle have? 0, so I would color in 0. Remember when I'm marking sides of a shape, I make a line so I don't accidentally count one twice. So if I was counting this shape, what is this shape? Hexagon. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Color in the 6. So if you're able to print those, go ahead and do that one. If not, you can get a piece of computer paper. At the top of one side, you're going to write sides. On the top of the other side, you're going to write vertices. Then you're going to draw the shapes that we've learned about: a circle, triangle, square, rectangle, hexagon. Circle, triangle, square, rectangle, hexagon. Then you can have your child, or if you're the student listening, you can count how many sides and vertices. I'm going to choose a marker, a different color. Today I'm going to do purple. All right, sides. How many sides does a circle have? 0. What about a triangle? 1, 2, 3, 3. And you can just write how many sides there are inside the shape. Same with vertices. Different color pink. When you're writing how many vertices the shape has, you can just write it inside. So let's pick a different one. How many vertices does a square have? 4. After you do that activity, whether you printed the papers or wrote it on a piece of computer paper, I would like you to get a small piece of paper and write the words alike and different at the top. We're going to be comparing our shapes based on how many sides and how many vertices they have. Here's my shapes that I drew on computer paper. I colored them and I cut them out. Let's see. Are there any shapes that have the same number of sides? Yes, I have my square and my rectangle. They have 4 sides and 4 vertices. These shapes are different. A circle has 0, a hexagon has 6, and a triangle has 3. So these shapes are alike because they have the same number of sides. Well, what if I wanted to say, I want to sort my shapes with the shapes that have sides and the shapes that do not? Which shapes would I need to move over to this side? You're right, a triangle and the hexagon. They all have straight lines that make sides. The circle's different because it's a curved line. Now I'm going to move them all down to the bottom. You can think of other ways to sort them as well. I want to sort them by vertices now. Are there any shapes that have the same number of vertices? You're right, it's the same 2 shapes that have the same number of sides. It's the square and the rectangle. How many vertices do they have? 4. Square has 4 vertices, and so does a rectangle. The other shapes have more than 4. How many vertices does a hexagon have? 6. How many vertices does a triangle have? Oops, 3. And a circle has 0. What about all of the shapes that have vertices and all of the shapes that do not? Which 2 shapes would I have to move over? You're right, I'd have to move over the hexagon and the triangle. These shapes have vertices, the circle does not. I hope these activities were helpful for today, and I will see you in tomorrow's math video. Bye.